So we beginning again. We have Medic, Minos, and Magpie in the underground illegal boxing den, just meeting up with the Elven Ginger and Kylie, his assistant. Now you were asking about sponsoring Minos as one of the fighters,
Yes, he seemed interested in such things.
and what type of fighting would he be interested in?
The fisty kind?
Yeah, but he's obviously not just your average everyday boxer. Is he cybernetically or magically enhanced?
He has some technological modifications. Yes, not too heavily modified though. He's no cyber zombie or anything.
So he'll have to be in the overweights then.
Well, I mean, that's kind of offensive to him, but sure.
It is what it is for the weight classes. So he'll probably be a heavy overweight then. That's acceptable, but I mean he understands there are some really big competition there, right?
I mean, we're not talking to the death though, right?
No, not typically. No.
Well, I mean, listen, I could talk it over with him. We'll talk terms. Next time we get together, we could talk about it.
Okay.
All right. Hey, you
The
know what?
sooner you let us know, the sooner we can line up a fighter.
Of course, of course, of course. Hey, you busy later? All right, never mind. So go back to me. I was like, listen, it sounds like they've got some serious fighters. So if you're really up for this, they could probably get you some real money.
All right. I'll keep it in mind. We've got other things we need to do right now, but
If you get
could be some
strapped for
good money.
cash, yeah, you know. In the meantime, the rest of us need to get paid. So let's see about finding us a job.
Yeah.
Or shooting mutants in a sewer. Whatever. This has been really productive though. Anyway, whoever got you this contact, this information, tell them thanks because this works out.
All right.
Let's go get some noodles and then head home. I know a good place around the corner. I don't usually go there unless I'm with, actual natives or not natives, people from the neighborhood. But, with you around, I feel comfortable. They have real pork.
All of this is being said as you guys are going up the elevator and then up those metal stairs I was describing earlier. You walk back out into the cool alley. It's been about an hour and a half, 2 hours now. I believe default is just waking up around this time, and it's a little bit later in the evening. I think it's around 8:30 ish at night now, and it's just started to get into that dusk area. And with the height of the buildings, it's really quite dark in this alley. And so the street lamps have all been lit. The paper lamps have been lit up and everything like that. So just to your left as you come out from the building is the butcher stand is exactly as it was before with the man in the tuxedo suit there. But off to your right now there are three men in tuxedoed suits, and another man you see in a suit. He's not wearing the jacket top. He's just wearing just the suit without the top, and he is on the ground. They're probably about 15 yards or so away from the door. He's backed up against the wall. He's pleading like, no, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. It's kind of hard to make out everything he's saying, but he's definitely pleading that it wasn't him. He didn't do whatever it was. As he raises his hands, the three men are kind of encircled around him. One of them has one of those same butcher knives in his hands, and he just kind of right there in front of, because you're not the only people walking out of this place right at this moment. Several other people are, but just kind of right there in front of everybody, as if he doesn't care, brings this hatchet right down into the guy's face. And you hear the squelch. You see the blood spray up into the wall. the brick and concrete behind him as the guy screams out a little bit. That first one doesn't quite kill him, and so the guy pulls the butcher cleaver out, and 2-3 more quick stabs to the or quick slices to the head really opens this guy up and kills him. Just
And this
right
is
there in front of
outside
everybody.
the place?
Yeah, just it's still in the alleyway, which is still within this property, because the building raises up at least 2 floors on both sides. So it's kind of like this own little secluded alley that the boxing ring is butted right up next to and empties out into. And it's obviously controlled by these same people, since they're all wearing the similar tuxedo suits.
Probably shouldn't do what he just did, which is, I don't know what.
Yeah. God, jeez.
Yeah, medic's not looking at this. Like he's just kind of like looking away, like, oh, nothing happened.
Let's just keep walking, quick.
Yep, and most of the people in the audience, exactly like what you're describing to me now, they just kind of keep their heads down, turn away, and keep on pressing by as the street thugs even just grab the body and start dragging it along further into the alley, into another side door that they have. You don't want to question what was on some of the skewers down below after seeing what you just saw.
Now I know Minos' limits. You piss on somebody, it's it. You chop him in the head with a butcher's cleaver, that's okay.
We're in the wrong place to make anything, to do anything here.
To be making those
But
demands.
it's good to know where your line is, though. Water sports is out. All right. Now I kind of lost my appetite. Like I don't really want to eat now. Let's just go home.
Yeah, a soy burger sounds wonderful at this point.
And like we're on the way out, and it's like at some point I still get hungry, but I don't want to sit down and eat somewhere because it'd be super awkward. So I ordered takeout. I'm gonna make sure to pay a little extra so they have real food for Minos, though.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just drop like, I don't know, 60 new yen on food.
All right. You get some nice food.
That's appreciated.
You deserve it, buddy. We'll get back to the place with him, right?
Yep. Default is groggily waking up. Actually, Default, you probably feel, although a little stiff, better than you have in ages, since you've got this much sleep in the last 2-3 days.
I haven't slept this good since I was in prison.
So what are we up to now that we got the band back together?
I'm gonna start compiling, enriching. No, never mind.
So
That's gonna be fun.
we have basically enough information to probably get us in there, back into the exclusion zone.
Yeah.
Using the sewers. From there, we grab transportation, and then go check on the whereabouts. The last 2 GPS hits off the comlink, correct?
Do we want to do motorcycles underneath? Those motorcycles should fit in the sewers.
Just like mopeds.
I absolutely do not want to ride a motorcycle in a sewer. Are you out of your damn mind?
It may be faster, but that would also mean more things that we have to worry about pulling out of there.
Yeah.
And also more money.
Yeah.
Also dying?
Also, when I was describing to you earlier, and it took you about 10 to 15 minutes to drive from one place to another, that was normally because you're driving fairly slow, like between 10 and 20 miles per hour max at any given time, having to make often having to stop and survey the area before deciding it was safe enough to continue on moving again. So if you're traveling by foot, it's not like you'll be going that much slower. It's going to be roughly the same speed. In London, everything is really tight, so it's pretty much the same going by foot as it is by vehicle in many of these in many of the inner London places.
Okay.
Here's
All
what
right.
I'm thinking. We pick up some survival gear, some, backpacks, food, water, all the kind of thing you'd need in a shitty place like that. And then we go on a hike.
Do you plan to spend a day or two there?
I don't plan to, but I don't like to be caught unaware.
Do we have a destination already in mind?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna hit the first of the two GPS coordinates where that comlink gave us.
Just a quick question. Stealth tags and stuff. What's their lifespan
For a stealth tag?
before they?
Doesn't say it in the book, right?
Yeah,
I-
I'm just wondering because. Oh, continue.
I didn't think that they had a lifespan. I figured they just went until their internal battery died out.
Yeah, that's like. How long is that? Like, could it be years? Could it be?
That's kind of what I was
Weeks.
thinking. At least days.
Maybe weeks,
Yeah.
because considering the technology.
Right. I mean, it could be months especially if it was a higher rating one. But
It's one of those things where it's like, unless there's a very particular reason why you'd have to worry about it, just
let's not.
What are you thinking?
If we were going to be doing repeat expeditions into the Lambeth Zone, getting a couple of stashes where we have medical supplies, food, water.
It's not a bad
Put them
idea.
in a bag. Put a stealth tag on them. Hide them, so we know exactly where they are at all times.
Mhm.
my plan is also to take a couple of cameras and put them up in different places.
Those
So
would
that's
be
what I was just
wireless
wondering, that-
cameras then.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's kind of in the works, so I'm gonna look at what all I need. But kind of the idea is that as we go along, we map out, we put a camera every now and then. Yeah, those caches are not a bad idea, but that is also going to be when we have more money. I have
Yeah,
some.
the stashes will be super cheap.
I'm trying to funnel every million I have to paying off this group so they don't come after me all the way over here and cause us all problems. But
That's why I keep buying you things, because I know how much it is a problem.
thanks.
Yeah, leave handling the stashes to me. How many do we want to set up?
Just do 3 for now.
3, and enough for, and then like enough meals for the 3 of us, plus enough medical supplies to restock my med kit or my good med kit with.
And just do them for like 48 hours. You know, like
Do, my,
a couple of days worth of food.
Okay.
do my data files in the Third Worlders show anything like that from them? Any kind of logistics stashes?
They don't have stashes per se. They did have a couple safe houses, but with the street lingo that they were using, because the streets aren't named the same, they use like a separate lingo for each of the street names. So each street name to them goes by a different name, and that makes it very hard for you to know exactly where those destinations are.
Can I buy a Linguasoft, or do I need to find somebody to translate this?
A third worlder could probably translate it for you, or you would have to like some sort of code buster it.
What about Red Watch?
Red Watch may be able to, since they do spy on the other gangs. They are tattletales.
I bet we can just find a Third Worlder and put him in front of Minos' horns, and he'll talk.
Okay.
So, what are we doing?
Medics. Oh,
You
Go.
tell me.
Mm-mm. After you.
okay. So medic is going to start putting the 3 48-hour kits together. Buying decent med kit, buying decent backpacks for him. The ones that he can lock up.
Okay.
Ideally, probably. Do you think $1,000 in each kit would be fair enough?
Absolutely.
That would be
if not
food.
less. Oh, you're
So-
talking here.
No, yeah. No, I'm just asking the group. I think $1,000, like $1,000 kit would be enough for a 48 hours.
I
Which
can't
would
think
have
of. Yeah,
miscellaneous
because
objects.
a survival kit is 200, so I can't imagine that 1,000 wouldn't have everything you need.
So I'd like to help you put those together, just so I can, learn some more about the survival and medicine stuff.
Yeah, by all means. You can definitely learn some first aid from him while he's talking about medical supplies and whatnot.
Okay. So that all gets taken care of. So what are we doing?
I think
We're
we're
going
heading
off
to the
to the
Lambeth
sewers.
Zone.
I'd like to call. I can't remember her name. The orc, Red Watch lady,
Dacia?
Dacia. Yeah, that's right. I'd like to call her and ask her if there's an easier way to get into the Lambeth Zone than the sewers.
Okay. When when you do contact Dacia, you notice that there is static on the line. Of course, from her being in the Lambeth containment zone, there is that constant noise in the area. So, although it does come through a bit staticky or fuzzy, she says, "I think you said you wanted back into the zone. How'd you get in
Yes.
last time?"
A dispensable one-time contact.
So I can't help you. We don't know we don't smuggle. We don't know the smuggling routes.
Okay then.
Well, I say we find one or two for them and sell it to them.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Did you
Good
find
luck.
Natalie?
no. Bye.
Working on it.
Unhelpful. Oh, was that rude? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess we'll see if we can find our way in through the sewers. Maybe that'll be this part of the project is getting in there. Be lucrative.
All right. So where are you gonna start?
Well, let's take a look. Maybe default and medic can come up with a way or a good entry point through these architecture plans.
Well, Medic's currently just busy just getting everything he needs.
If I can, make sure they're not too small.
Yeah.
That's all.
So default. It's up to you, buddy.
Oh, you need me to do things? I can do that. How about I do some matrix searches to try and find some, first update these plans a little bit. If something's been sealed over, then we don't want to be walking to that sewer entrance.
Oh, before you do that, I'm going to roll my agent, because I can task my agent to assist you.
Oh. Maybe I should just assist your agent.
I don't know. He rolls 6 dice on his matrix search. And I don't think you can assist him. Congratulations, you got 1 extra dice on your thing.
Okay, some matrix. Computer plus int, that gives me 5 dice. So I get 1 success to try and get the public information, just to, figure out, yeah.
All right. You somewhat mesh the information together with the new grid. It looks like it overlaps in places, and then in other places it's completely different. Like they've gone with a different architecture and things like that. You're using the 2070, probably 2069 templates, so from about 4 or 5 years ago, and then you're meshing them over the 2045 or 2044 plates. So.
All right, well, I updated a little bit. So I'll go ahead and we're looking for the best entry points that are the largest. So I guess is that another matrix search?
No, That's pretty easy to see once you have the mesh there. You can see that there are locations within the south side where you can enter into the sewers, and you'll be able to exit out within the Lambeth Zone. You're not 100% sure that all of those structures will still be there, but if they are, then you should be able to.
So I just go through and I point out a few good options, and I say I can easily, not easily, but I can attempt to break into the city's grid and try and track down their maintenance records, but it's going to be a bit of an ordeal. I don't know if you guys want to wait that long.
Can you have a guy who's doing it on the way?
Sure, I can try that.
I'm buying a survival pack for everybody. That is gas mask, magnesium torches, survival kit, backpack, and flashlight.
Yeah, I was actually just in the process of building what my stash, what the stash would contain. Essentially, it's a med kit or survival kit upgraded to essentially hand our group, so I'm doubling the cost for it.
But I figured just that little bit is a good, things you might need in a sewer. So whatever your stash isn't as good, but I think that would be good too.
Yeah, it's essentially
Oh, really?
that. So it's so we can handle food for 48 hours, have some whatever we need in there, plus medical supplies.
That'd be a good one to have.
And a stealth tag.
All right. So while we're doing the bookkeeping, Jeff, none of this I think is worth or has availability 4 or less. So I will just be buying the hits.
Yeah.
If that's
No,
okay.
yeah, all this mundane stuff is fine. I assume you guys get that all together. So we're going to the sewers then? Is what we want to do? Okay.
Yes.
So you arrive there. You find a nice sewer entrance that you can remove the grate. Do you want to do anything with the grate? Do you want to?
I want to use
Tones up or
some
something,
spray
or-
paint. I would like to do some ultraviolet spray paint to mark it
Okay.
so that I can see it later.
All right.
As far as I think we just close it on top of us, right?
And close it in on top of you. All right.
Yeah.
So for Minos, it is a bit of a tighter fit, obviously, because you are larger. What's your? I want to say circumference. You have a lot of weight on you because of your cybernetics, but
Yes.
how tall are you
don't-
again?
Uh,
Yeah, I don't think any of his cybernetic actually increases his profile, right?
yeah,
It's all internal.
2.5 meters. So 7 change foot.
Okay.
350 kilos, of which, 100 of that is just sheer the cyberware.
Aluminum.
What kind? It's aluminum bone lacing, right?
Yes.
You set off metal detectors. Very
Don't
much.
you call that aluminium here?
Yes, we do. All right. So, oh yeah, and I should have called it a lift over there. So, yeah, the 4 of you enter down into the sewers. What are we taking with us as far as weaponry?
I think we're loaded for bear.
Oh, I did want to pick something up. Damn.
Oh, well, let me know.
No, sorry.
So we're walking through the streets with a submachine gun, I believe, or assault rifle on medic.
Actually, I believe I'm just doing a quick check. I believe I can take my assault rifle has quick breakdown, so I could fit it in a backpack.
Do you have something you want me to look to send out for while we're doing this?
I wanted a bow.
Oh,
I'll have my AR broke down in a duffel bag.
Okay.
That's all right.
You just put the availability and stuff in chat, and we can figure it out.
I don't think it's very much on the bow.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It depends. Once you start getting in bells and whistles and customized for troll bodies,
It's I'll have to look it up. It'll be a while.
Which
Okay.
bow? I'm right here.
It'll be a rating.
a million D.
Well, it'll be rating 10. You can't go above rating 10, can you?
Can't
Rating
go above
10.
12. Actually, you can go above anything you want right now.
Yeah. Well, it's a
because
rating
it's a bow.
10, so it's the defined it as like a 10.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, rating 10 is the max bow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which one? We have.
You have 10 strength?
Yeah.
It's
oh, man,
12,
that
right?
hurts so bad.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we could look at getting a compound bow. That's
Yes,
super cheap.
definitely.
And I don't think you'll go through. Your muscle strength doesn't change dynamically, so.
No, it does not. It doesn't need to be the
If Medic was
Someone
doing that, he
grabs.
would need the dynamic bow.
So I don't. Jeff, you want to just do this roll real quick just to see? Because
It has
Well-
no availability.
which one?
The compound bow has no availability.
Oh, is that different from just a regular bow?
Both the compound and traditional bow don't have any availability.
Because I'm looking at bows, and rating 10 has
Says
availability
rating
10.
is availability.
Oh yeah. Device available. Ratings available 1 through 10. Da, da, da. I'm trying to find that because I don't see it here in Runner Hub. Hero Lab.
So
it's
Jeff,
legal.
why don't you? Yes.
Yeah, okay, let's just move on then. So, Magpie, you want to make this roll real fast to see if you can get it within less than 6 hours for Minos?
Yeah, just go ahead and roll 10 dice.
Alright.
It'll be real easy.
Oh shit! You can put a smart link on a compound bow.
Yeah, the availability is just the rating. It's not restricted.
Oh yeah,
gonna
I
be
just saw
1,000.
that right here.
So it'll be a day. So we can get it when we get back.
Okay.
Can you,
Works.
as long as you're doing that, would you try and find me some rating 5 goggles with a bunch of attachments on them?
Do you know the availability?
I just thought it was 5. My bad.
Yeah, he just said it was 5.
He said rating 5.
Oh.
Maybe different.
Alright. So the four of you are down in the sewers. You're traveling through almost all the way up until you reach the Lambeth containment zone. Then the in the blueprints that you have, the new sewers continue on a little bit further, and there's an open chamber just ahead, like a service chamber. Whereas the old sewer system, there's actually a part where you can it drops off about 5 feet and goes a little bit deeper and then continues on. But it is quite a bit narrower through this tunnel.
Okay.
So you can choose to go through the more narrow tunnel and it'll make life more difficult for Minos, or you can go through the open service chamber through the newer section.
Does it look like he can squeeze through it?
Through the old section, yes.
It's just uncomfortable.
Just uncomfortable. Did we find what that availability was?
It's 9.
Hide. It's
Nice.
the sneak,
Sneaking.
right?
Hiding, I don't think is a skill.
I think it's
Sneaking?
special.
Just
Well,
sneaking.
my chameleon suit gives me +2 to sneaking test to hide. So is that not applicable here, or is it?
It is at
I mean, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
All right. So we've got successful stealth rolls. And we are, as you're crawling through the sewer, you're all kind of crawling face down through the sewers. A few grates up above you from the old sewer system that integrate into the new sewer system let out a little bit of light. It's the soft LED light from the new sewer system fades down into through the grates where you're at, just up above. And it's from when you're passing underneath that service station from the new sewer system. You hear a few voices up above. It's hard to make out what they're saying, but there's definitely two distinct voices.
Is there a lot of background noise?
It's really echoey from the chamber that they're in.
Can my selective sound filter out the echoes?
Yes.
All right, let's see if I can. I'll listen, or I'll record what they're saying.
Okay. Listening to what they're saying, filtering out the echoes. It sounds like they're playing spades, and one of them stops. Did you hear that? And then you kind of hear their feet shuffle a little bit as they slowly make their way around what sounds like the room just above you. Looking up to the light. So this chamber that you're in has about 2 feet of depth to it that you're crawling through, and just above that, the concrete flooring here is only about 6 to 8 inches thick, and that grate is separating you and the people standing above you in the new sewer system. So they're only about 8 inches above you right now.
This would be the great part in the comedy where they're like, "Do you hear that?" We're like, "No."
What did it look like? Do they have any gang symbols?
You're all face down, so you can't see them.
Okay. Put a fly spy up there.
Yeah, you guys do continue on your way through the tunnel, and they do not hear you, or they do not find you at least. Although it did sound
real
like
quick.
they heard you.
Do I have to be looking at something to see it? Oh, no, never mind. I could do it in hot VR if I went hot. I'd like to go ahead and go hot while I'm crawling through there. I hope I'm not blocking anybody in.
Or drowning in filth.
I mean, hopefully somebody's going to, like, prop me up a little bit.
We put them on a leash.
But if I'm doing that, I would like to be able to, like, look up there and see what I can see in, like, in terms of wireless devices.
You do see a wireless video camera along with a wire. It has other sensors on it, like a thermographic sensor, a cybernetic sensor, all that jazz. And then you notice that the two of them have a smart linked weapon system. Pistol is what it appears to be, with AR goggles.
I'm going to do a hack on the fly and try and hop into that camera.
Okay.
If you had sprites to spare and you put them in drones, would that make them better?
Yes.
The
Interesting.
machine sprites I have? Probably.
That'd be sweet.
Well, because your pilot program's like a 1 or a 2 normally.
Well, the fly spies are a 3.
3. That's pretty good.
They're 3 with a clear sight soft 3, so I mean it's not terrible. Because I bought that, by the way. They don't come with it.
Yeah. Alright, that's for your hack on the fly. So you put a mark on the
Seth, you're
device.
muted.
I am?
You were.
So I, with a mark on it, I'll jump into device, I think.
With 1 mark?
No, it takes 3, so I'll have to do some more hacks.
Hack the planet, man.
Oh no!
If you want to do that, you would hit the corporate. You would hit the corporate courthouse. That's how you hack the planet.
So here's where I imagine Medic has like a little rope on a carabiner that he like attaches to to Default's vest.
Why am I in charge of defaults?
Once more.
You're the medic, man. You're dead.
Fair enough.
So he just goes slack, and you just start dragging him as you're crawling.
Yeah.
There he goes again.
So you've put 3 marks on the device.
And then I will try and jump into it. It's apparently not opposed? What?
Yep.
Oh, wait, that's not the same thing.
You're administrator level now.
Oh, I got a control device is what I have to do in order to like to send me the thing, which is electronic warfare plus firewall. So that's 6 dice for that. +2 for being hot.
You're in.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pipe the video feed from that camera and all the sensor data down to the team's various comm links.
All right. So through your comm links, you can see that, especially if you're using the AR, which I think all of you are, you can see the camera feed looks down on what looks like 2 third worlders with AR pistols. They're just there in kind of like wife beater t-shirts and vests, kind of enjoying the service area there of the newer sewer shaft, and yeah, they're just playing cards and kind of protecting what looks like a makeshift doorway.
It's good to know.
Can we
Get back
cross-reference
to
that doorway and that building with like where we think we are on the map?
Yeah, so right now you're crossing from the south side into the Lambeth containment zone, and so it looks like that's one of those smuggler routes that the Red Watch were talking about earlier. It's just that exactly like how you guys are trying to come through it, just above you in the newer sewer system, the third worlders control this juncture point into the containment zone.
I'm going to reach in, grab one of my stealth tags, and push it up against on one of the bars, and just
Okay.
make sure it's well hidden.
Well, at least we'll know where it is, yeah.
Yep, and that we know exactly where it is then.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And we'll go ahead and keep this device kind of, unless it logs off. No, my marks are raised whenever I log off. So what can I do to kind of create a backdoor or a login? Would that be an edit file action, or is that not possible?
No, you could do that.
I think if
That
it
definitely-
logs off, it's gone, right?
Yeah, if it resets itself, things like that, it normally disappears, especially since it's wireless.
Mark-wise, yes. If you plan a malicious file, I don't think so.
Yeah, the file
if he
would stay
opens
there
it.
unless they reinstalled all the software.
Yeah, if they backed it up,
So computer plus
then it would be
logistics.
in this case, coming from a GM point of view, it's like if one of my players did that, I would have them do kind of a software roll to make the backdoor that they need, and then have them submit, then have them insert it.
Yeah.
But that's how you want to run it. It's up to you. That's just.
Please give me a software roll. That's all I have. No, I got edit file. Is that enough, or do you want me to do the software roll first?
Yeah, just go ahead and do edit file. That's enough.
One
One
success.
Oh, I bet that's not going to be enough.
Well, I'll probably edge it. Two successes. Damn it.
All right. So it looks like in the time that you kind of have allotted here, you're unable to program something that you think would efficiently get you back through into this camera again in the future. But
Oh
you can
well,
always
I'll have to hack it again. Yeah, so I guess I'll come back out of VR and say and just kind of shrug, and then I'll reset my persona, and we'll keep going.
All right. Yeah, you guys. After about another half an hour, 45 minutes or so. Actually, you're only crawling for about another 5 minutes or so, and then you're able to stand back upright again. The older section of the sewer looks like it has a few old marks from where smugglers in times past may have used these, this area, but now it looks like it hasn't seen much foot traffic in quite some time. At one point, you do notice what looks like kind of like a hidden or trap doorway, in where you can move the flooring aside. It's an old shaft, and it leads back into the new sewer system within the Lambeth containment zone. And once you put the shaft door back down and the dust settles and everything on it, it almost turns invisible again. So it looks like it's a fairly well hidden doorway.
This is the one we just found.
Yeah, it's the one you're just coming out of.
Oh. And what's the area around where we come out?
So the area where you come out is just on the other side within the Lambeth containment zone.
Oh, so we made it. Oh,
Yeah,
yay!
From the south side into the containment zone.
All right, let's tag that too.
All right, gonna put a.
Right on the inside of the door.
I'll
I'm
take
guessing.
up. I'm going to put it in the concealed location.
Yeah.
You only roll palming for that because I have a stupid amount of palming.
No, it's in the sewers. Nobody's looking for it there. So you guys step up out into the chill, late evening air.
Is it just me, or did this place get shittier while we were gone?
That's kind of hard to tell.
You see the
What?
same third world markings from before. The area where you're at, the two GPS locations. These were your locations that you were going to, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the
Should-
first one,
now-
the
Do we want to hunt down a vehicle first?
Maybe if we see one on the way, but I think we should just head there and then keep an eye out.
Yeah.
You're pretty good at orienteering, right? Okay.
I will
Lead
never
the way.
get lost.
All right, there are two locations, and there was the last one that the comm had been to, and then the one just prior to that. So the last two most recent. The most recent one is also the closest one. It's a set of apartments, just a few blocks within the containment zone. So do you guys want to head there first, or do you want to head to the factory location first?
I mean,
closer.
yeah, we might as well just go there first. It's closer.
Yeah, the apartment.
All right. So making your way there through the streets. The streets do have people, the normal clutter of homeless people kind of on the streets. Nobody presenting any like real hassle to you or anything like that. You do see other street gangers. Even in the evening, they're starting to get more rambunctious and work themselves up, but they haven't really got into the full swing of like openly walking out in the streets, swinging chains at people and stuff like that. So, but it is quickly working its way up to that point. At about the time you reach the apartments, the barrels start getting lit on fire and stuff like that for nighttime lighting here in this area. And yeah, you come up to what looks like a two-level set of apartments, a side-by-side quad, so there are 8 apartments in total. And third world runners, gang, punk, graffiti is all over the building.
Let's head on in.
As you approach the door, you see 3 of the gangers outside the doorway. They do not appear to have noticed you yet. Each of them are drinking a beer, it looks like. There's also several different drug addicts out in front of the building, either slouched down or kind of more off in the alleyway underneath trash and blankets, things like that to keep warm.
Well, let's just keep moving until somebody yells at us.
So you approach the 3 gang members at the stoop of the door.
Sure.
Do they have any
are there- yeah.
markings?
Yeah, they're definitely third worlders.
Oh, this will be easy.
Yeah, I like it. Go ahead. You do your thing.
Do they have smart link systems on their guns?
It appears only one of them has a weapon. One of them has a pistol weapon at least, which does have a smart link.
I'll what's the neural interface? direct
DNI?
What is it called? DNI?
DN.
Yeah.
Direct neural interface. Yeah, through DNI, I'm gonna tell default see if they got any comm links and disable them if you could.
I'll go ahead and take a peek at those.
Yep.
It's pretty
They've
easy.
got
Pikachu?
just the cheapest brand comlink that you can.
I'm gonna walk up
Really?
to them.
Can you
So
turn
you-
yourself into a jammer?
Me?
No, default.
I was like, no.
Because I know that's a thing that you can do with like decks and RCCs. I didn't know if you could do that with Technomancer stuff.
Sure. Turns your
Technomancer
device
can
into a
jam.
jammer.
That'd be sweet.
I can't do
'Cause-
anything else, but I could do that.
I mean, it's probably easier to do that than jamming or trying to brick all three of their comm links at once.
Right.
Because I mean, I don't really feel like talking to these assholes right now.
No, this is gonna be really quick.
So, Jeff, you want to just roll initiative right now, or
No, there's gonna be no initiative to it.
okay?
They'll be
This
dead
will be
before
very, very
initiative.
quick.
Okay. So what's
Yeah.
going on?
This is gonna be very quick. So
I
I'll,
didn't create any noise.
I'll go up to them.
Oh,
And
you didn't.
huh?
He's trying to jam them.
Oh, okay. Good.
You say jam it, I say,
Pooping? Did you just take a dump?
I have a
They're
tummy
very
ache.
they're much the same things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go up to the three people. Three gangers. They're not people.
Yeah.
See, it's easier that way.
As
You
you
don't
approach,
humanize
the three of them obviously stand up. The two pull out their knives, and the third one has his gun in his hand.
Are we gonna go through this again?
I think it's that guy from before. Fuck
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Why don't you move on away?
Go ahead and make a. What's intimidation?
It's, I think it's actually a skill, intimidation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a shitty intimidation.
See, if you had nasty trog, it'd be real easy.
Yeah, I know, but it's all
Maybe-
it's all charisma. Do I get a situational modifier? The fact that
Yes.
there's four of us.
Plus two.
Maybe
well,
Minos.
plus two because
is
of
really
their
big and mean.
prior interactions with you.
Can I
videos
assist?
they've
Bam.
seen.
Oh wait,
just thinking-
so that'd be gonna be four because it's still apparently have a wound still that I need to remove. Oh yeah, just a one, so that's a zero.
I mean, 3 successes ain't bad.
Maybe four technically.
I just feel like maybe Minos is big and bad and tough looking, but he has a voice like Mike Tyson.
Hey
Come on, boys.
Yes, you guys do.
y'all need to move out.
Not Mike Tyson, not
Move on
Michael
out,
Jackson.
Yeah, the three of them are younger men. They just kind of like awkwardly at first, kind of like looking at each other, and then they peel back slowly from the stoop, jump off of it, off the side, and then the three of them start walking down the street.
Oh no! I didn't say you all could leave.
The one with the gun turns back and looks at you. What?
Didn't say you could leave. Because I don't want you little gangers to go over and get more of your little ganger friends. Because honestly, it's much easier for me to beat 3 to a pulp than it is 10. I'll do that just as well. But, you know,
He
if
might
I have
sweat.
to pull out a gun, things are really going to get shitty for you all. So think that over.
So through my comm link over the speakers, you just hear it's like Prodigy, like fight music starts happening.
Yeah, they're just kind of frozen there.
Yeah, come on back. We'll have a beer afterwards. Not really, but it sounds good.
Yeah, they're hesitant. They take a few steps back towards the stoop, but they're not trying to get really close to you or anything like that.
Good. Stay here. I'll expect you to be here when we come back. And if you're not, well, we'll just have to track you down and cut your heads off.
Ooh.
Their eyes all shoot up. Yeah.
Not really, D&I.
I'm trying to find a good picture of me and my ballistic mask. I'm having a hard time.
So yes, we go inside.
All right, door isn't locked. In fact, the door handle hardly works at all. Push your way through. Inside there, you see lots of drug addicts strung out throughout the hall there, and then a stairway that leads up to the second floor and then to the third floor. Apartments on either side.
Okay. Was it wasn't specific? Was it? Well, was the tag specific enough to get a actual room number?
No, but as you make your way through the apartment, most of the room doors are already open. None of the apartments look like they have people living in them. It just looks like there's groups of people crashing in them, and each apartment is used for different things.
Oh, we're inside.
So this
What
is,
do we do?
yeah, there's graffiti all over the walls inside. It looks just as bad and lit up as the outside. It basically just looks like a drug den.
I guess we really need to start asking around. But while they're doing that, I'm gonna try and start looking around for hidden devices, and then just the highest rating device I can find.
Okay. Go ahead and make your matrix perception.
If it helps you visualize the scene at all, Jeff, there you go.
Oh, your mask.
Yeah. Because, I don't want everyone to see this beautiful face while we're doing dirty stuff.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Plus, it
dirty
adds
stuff.
armor.
All right, so default, the highest rating thing that you can see here are you see lots of people have comm links, but you do notice that there is a slightly nicer comm link up on the second floor.
What
good
rating is it?
4.
Just DNI to Magpie, rating 4 comlink, second level. Can I go ahead and get a tag on it and try and, well, never mind. Is it running silent?
Yes.
I'm just going to spot it and, do I need to do trace user on it then if it's not running silent?
It is running silent.
Oh, it is running silent?
Yes.
I'm just going to tell Cracky to go get it. Grab some code out of the air, fold up one of my little origami cranes. They taught me how to fold in prison as therapy, and
All right, what's it trying to do?
starting off by hack on the fly, getting some tags on it.
Okay.
All right, Minos, we're going up to the 4th floor. Make a
Okay.
path.
We'll make our way up to about the second or third, and is there a you've got the hallways and the like. Is there a window that's going out to the front to where I can feasibly open up and look down to the front of the street?
Yes.
Great, I do that at the 3rd floor.
And you're looking for those kids?
Yeah, they still there?
2 of them are, not the one with the pistol.
Okay. I'll yell out, "Hey, what did I say?"
They just kind of shrug with their hands and look, what is, he left, he ran off.
Wow. And you let him. Okay.
Bad move.
I'm going to be here for about 5 minutes. You had better get him and bring him back by the time we get back. Otherwise, I'm tracking y'all down.
All right, we'll say the two of them run off. Default, you get your marks on the comlink.
All right, let's start with. Is it doing anything right now?
Nope. No activity at the moment.
Then I'll just do a matrix perception test to try and see what the hell's inside it.
All right, so you guys are up on the second floor. Sorry, this apartment is 3 floors. The rating for Comlink was on the second floor. So you guys
okay.
are up on the second floor. Default, as you're trying to get this information off of it, you're able to pull information, but it's encrypted and things like that. Right now, anything pertinent that you're going to be reading through isn't going to apply directly to this conversation, probably.
Well, any kind of background information I can get off it to try and help them out. If we can do a basic roll, like to assist, can I assist with that? Or.
Yes.
All right, we'll just do that if it comes up then.
Okay.
So, fly spy going out the building to the second floor, looking in. What does that tell us?
Oh, going through the doorway into the where the comm is.
Well, we had one that was following us.
Yep.
Like I had set on perimeter. If it just doesn't follow us in the building and goes up to the second floor and looks in through the window, what does it see?
Okay. So up at the second floor, looking into the window. It's a very dirty, dingy window. So looking in there, actually no. On this floor, the window is blacked out, so it has spray paint sprayed all over the inside of it.
Are there any openings anywhere for it to crawl in?
No, not on this section of the building.
Okay, so I guess the one out there is just sitting around looking at the front of the building to see if anyone comes in behind us.
Okay.
While we go up.
All right. So at the front door, you see an armed third worlder there. He's an orc standing just inside the doorway with a pistol. You hear loud music coming from within. It looks like laser lights or neon lights that are bouncing around. If your AR vision is on, there's all sorts of cosmetic entertainment images kind of being flashed and danced around. There are augmented reality women online that are doing dancing here in the area, but there are also a couple different people that are drugged out that are doing kind of more adult-oriented dancing. There's a large red pillow and rugs kind of draped up around it where the people are doing their hypnotic gyrations and things like that. And then on the love seat inside the room, or up against one side of the wall, there's a rather robust sitting human male. Looks to be in his maybe mid-50s. And he's in one of those 3-piece mobster suit type get-ups with a large gold medallion pocket watch and a large stogie cigar. And he's kind of just enjoying the show as he sits back. He's just eating some food, drinking a beer. Sounds like he's talking to somebody on the telephone. He has an
Do I already
AR
have 3 mucks on his device?
Yep.
I want to go ahead and he's talking on somebody on it or not?
No,
Or
no,
is this
sorry.
not the device?
He's probably listening to a radio feed, something like some form of entertainment. He's not actually doing anything actively with his phone.
And how are we seeing all of this?
Just through the doorway.
Oh, so it's just there.
Yeah, as you walk up towards the doorway, you can kind of look into the room and see that. There's an end table with a large pile of what looks like drug paraphernalia on it. These little plastic capsules about 2 inches in length, They've got like an auto injector on them, and they've got a. They almost look like a white crystal at one side, and they look like it's all hard plastic, but it looks like white crystal at one side, and like a light blue dispensable tab at the other end.
Okay.
So I don't know how
So-
you want to do this, but I feel like kind of doing the talking after.
No. This is how we're gonna handle it. I'll just bust through the door. I'll just walk in, not bust through.
Yeah.
I don't want to scare anyone.
I'm gonna go ahead and reboot that guy's device if he's doing this.
Okay. You start the reboot on the comlink. Minos, as you stride through the door, just as you reach the doorway, the orc that was standing there in the doorway, but he was facing into the room, he kind of catches a glance at you just out of the corner of his eye. He turns and puts his hand on your chest to push you back out of the room as you move in.
I will
So unless you're going to let him do that.
completely ignore. He probably doesn't have the strength that I have, and we could do it opposed. But
All right, opposed strength.
basically, I will. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to shoo him off to the side.
Okay, I'll let you use unarmed attack as well. So it'll be opposed unarmed attack to see who kind of gets the better end of this.
12 dice, and that's what I get.